Hello and welcome to the Magic Minutes. This episode is about the mechanics of Jumpstart Historic Horizons. There are 3 new digital-only mechanics being introduced by Historic Horizons: Seek, Conjure, and Perpetually. To seek is to tutor a random card from your library which meets the conditions stated on the card. The card might be of a specific type, or it might meet a condition stated on the card, such as it being of the most prevalent creature type in your library. If you try to seek a card that does not exist in your library, then you will fail to find and you will not be putting a card in your hand. It does not count as card draw, so it gets around things like Narset, Parter of Veils, and it is selecting one at random, and you do not get the choice of the card from your library. To conjure is to create a specific card or random card from a list. It behaves like any other card being in your hand. For some of these cards, you conjure a specific card, a named card that exists in Magic the Gathering, and for other ones, you conjure a random card from a selected list. For example, the Tome of the Infinite is able to generate Light of Hope, Swords to Plowshares, Force Spike, Ponder, Dark Ritual, Duress, Assault Strobe, Lightning Bolt, Fog, or Giant Growth at random. The cards in your hands that are conjured can be discarded and moved between zones the way that any other card could be. Perpetually. Perpetually is a permanent alteration to a card. This might be to a card in hand, a card on the battlefield, or a card in any zone, because these are abilities that follow a card as if they are a permanent aura. As an example, Sarkhan, Wanderer to Shiv, is able to change the mana cost of a card in your hand. It will always have this new mana cost and this new ability where you do not have to play colored mana. Scion to Shiv perpetually gets a buff. Dariel's Withering is a permanent -1/-2. Baffling Defenses is a permanent change to a creature's power level. And this does apply to a card that is put into your command zone, put into the graveyard, brought back from the graveyard, or otherwise moved between zones. Jumpstart Historic Horizons also introduces Davriel Soulbroker, which has a digital-only mechanic called Offers and Conditions. This is not seen on any other card, and it is presenting you with a choice between 3 different offers, which you select from, and 3 different conditions, all of which are selected at random from a greater list. While many of these abilities could technically exist in paper Magic, it makes more sense for them to be in a digital environment, as having their abilities resolve is much simpler for a computer to handle than it would be for somebody who is manually shuffling through paper cards. Thank you for watching the Magic Minutes.